What's good, beautiful people? Wow, my voice is crazy. Light day, nothing children here today. And this person is me, King Sarah. And I want to discuss the stuff I've been seeing on YouTube. And it'll be hard for me to find a topic because the only thing I want to talk about is Black Power and what's working. But I definitely seen a couple videos. I saw some live streams, and I watched a live stream of O'Shea, shout out O'Shea. Definitely, doing it big for Black YouTube. And I really am stumped as to how, we're really discussing, ADOS, African, Israelite, NOI, whatever the hell you want to call it. Like, it's really simple. We need to wake up. I don't think everybody really gathers why we need to wake up. And it's not like it's rocket science. It's plain and simple. We need to do better for our community. We need to develop ourselves to a point in which we can consistently, develop, and or rather to a point where we can produce, on a consistent level, and in focusing on what we need to be doing, we can actually bring about stuff into our future. Right now, it's hearing mad talking about dumb stuff. I can't really believe what we're arguing over, what people in the community are arguing over. It's beyond lame and immature, to have grown 40-year-old, 50-year-old men, and I rock with the ADOS discussions, at least we're discussing, we're conversing about, the need to get our stuff back from these white folks. However, when it turns into just blatant bickering over where you come from and who's this and who's that, it really whacks out to me and what I've been listening to. Let me get into the Black woman, Black man argument and BS. Like, I'm not even going to discuss that crap. That's just beyond bullshit, So I'd rather choose to focus on, as always, is Black empowerment across the board, developing our community, and focusing and building with those that are about that. Like, it's very simple. We gotta develop our community, and whatever field you're in and how it adds to the community, that's something that actually goes towards it, But if we're just sitting up here talking and talking bad about people and what they're not doing and comparing everything that you haven't done to people who haven't done just as less, it's sickening. That's why I've been kind of falling back, because I ain't really got the time to be arguing with people who I know who ain't doing nothing in life. That's just, I don't even want to be on the panels with certain people where I'm not even trying to discuss. I stay away from the conscious community because of a lot of that. But when I saw the link up between certain, groups on YouTube in the last couple of weeks, I was like, I see what's going on. And it's a good thing that people are connecting, but if we're not connected to the purposes of Black development and enhancing the Black, lives around the world, enhancing Black lives around the world, I don't know what we're doing. And it just seems like a lot of people just want to just argue and debate over nothing. And I ain't got time for that. Like, that's just corny. That's, beyond corny. Beyond corny. When you look back at what you've done 10, 20 years of just talking. I ain't with that. Look back at me and say, Q was just talking. Q put in work, like he built up. And I'd rather fail at what I said I want to do than me sitting there talking crazy about somebody else. You gotta earn a failure. You ain't gotta earn nothing when you talk. And so when I hear these discussions, Israelites versus these people, is that I'm just like, nah, man. And I respect the conscious community. It is a community that is different from the regular Black community. However, it's still in the Black community. It's just not the same that you find in the typical Black community. And we gotta respect that. But that doesn't mean that it's something that's better than anybody else's or to be held above anybody else's. Like, it's something there. And those that are in the conscious community, I think it's time to like really look at the similarities, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm an atheist. That's all I see is the similarities. And I look for those things first because that's what you do. You group, you know, in mathematics, you group like terms, you know, it's pretty simple. And so when I look at the discussions that, you know, people have and like, yo, we need to treat this one or treat that one, this society's better or that society's better, I be like, y'all crazy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's definitely crazy. Ain't nobody better than nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. We all got things that we bring to the table that enhance, that add value to our, you know, to our journey, and that we, you know, we take away from that and try to, you know, pedestal anybody's, you know, organization or business or movement. It just creates a really bad position. Yo, O'Shea, what's good, brother? Good looks, man. You know, MTA train boys, why are you not in class? I hope you did your IXL, and I hope you got your computer set up, because you wasn't in class yesterday. Like, I'm like, you see, you don't even know nothing on the board right now. Actually, you better know the stuff on the board. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm about. You see, this is what my kids is learning without teaching. See, electromagnetism, get them to understand everything that's involved in it. You know what I'm saying? You know, oh, you just did your IXL. Thank you much, young king. That's my dude right there. Shout out to you, man. We need to be more focused on that. You know, our community, you know, especially the conscious community, there's so much love underneath the egotistical stuff. You know, when you get to like regular Black communities and stuff like that, on O'Shea's platform and stuff, there's a lot of underlying hate, and it's very sickening. You know, very sickening. You got people that just have years of built up hate and just anger within them. You know, you don't find that like that in the conscious community. And so when I was listening the other day, I'm like, damn, they really calling these brothers simps because they're saying that you should highlight the Black woman. And I'm like, this is, it was all over the place, you know, and like, yeah, O'Shea, I know, man, I know, I come to terms with I just gotta focus on my work. You know, you doing what you're doing, bro. I appreciate what you're doing. And if anybody don't appreciate what you're doing, they wild. You know, definitely gotta bring people together. You know, it's just different codes. You know what I mean? That those codes and lines gotta be understood up front because people just think it's the same thing. For example, in the conscious community, outside of like the RBGs, polygamy is a regular thing. You see what I mean? That's not understood in the regular Black community. You know what I mean? So it's two complete different, you know, aspects. You know, two complete different views on women. So I'm like, nah, it's two different ones. Then, you know, responsibility in the community is two different things. You know, eating habits is two different things. You know, yes, the main organization, the main groups of people that are in the conscious community, Nation of Islam, Rastas, 5%ers, Nuwabians, let me see who else, Moors, Israelites, all practice polygamy. So when you know, some of those views don't overlap the same way into the regular Black community, like, or in hip hop. You know what I mean? It's just two completely different worlds. Supporting Black, you know, the shea butter thing. You know, that's typical in the Black conscious community. What's also is not there as in the conscious community, that's that needs to be removed, is an overzealous Black. I don't know how to say, like, overzealously Black. And sometimes that overlap or that emotion creates a defense for things that's really wrong. You know, like I don't, you know what I mean? Like, if you're a rat, you're a rat. And a rat is somebody who violated the code for the purposes of their own whatever. In the conscious community, you know, a lot of us equate charlatans and scammers equivalent to rats. You know what I mean? And so the conscious community is real lenient with Black rats and scammers and stuff like that. Black community, hell to the no. You know, so that's something that, you know, some cultures is different. And we don't look at it just simply, you know, in the context of saying, like, we need to get our community together. That's all I care about, you know, straight like that. And when we take our time and invest in the things that's not towards developing our community, what are we actually doing? You know, we can record, we're literally recording ourselves now. You know, it's not like this is hidden stuff. Dudes dead be on YouTube for hours upon hours arguing. So-called scholars, so-called rich people, that we want to call it. And you just look back, man. So that if you watching, you woke up a lot of people. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, what are we building, bro? You know what I mean? What are y'all building? I know what I'm building. I know what other people are doing, but if we don't collectively say that, you know, that's a big statement. And that's usually what's said to people in the conscious community, whatever y'all done. But there's a lot that has been done in the conscious community that has not been done by regular black men. Building schools, clinics, you know, libraries, bookstores, you know, getting into office and keeping the black movement alive in political offices. Very, very important, you know. When I hear people say, what have Pan-Africans done? Like, Taz, you my dude, but you be sure that Africans, you know what I mean? Like, it's different in New York. Like, that's not a perspective you can have all over the place, you know. I rocks with everybody. If your skin look like mine and your mom is on the same like position, we family, cuz, you feel me? Straight like that. You know what I mean? You can be a coon in Nigeria, you can be a coon from California, you can be a coon in Ohio. You can be a warrior for the movement from Colorado, you can be a warrior for the movement from Seattle, you can be a warrior from Brownsville. I don't look at it like that. We're scattered out. And I know my history, so I know how scattered we are due to many different things. And so I would be a fool to not look at somebody first, you know, typically, and then of course psychologically, you know, and say like, oh no, this person's like the same person as me. I gotta rock with you. You know, can't turn up my voice crazy and I gotta talk for like 2 hours with class. Yeah. 2 hours. So Sarnett is the man. But the conscious community, I'm weird with that. Like, I don't know how to deal with people that I know scamming people. Like, I don't. Like if I know you ratting on people, like I don't understand the Nipsey Hussle thing. Like if you a known rat in the hood, nobody trying to be around you. Nah, you know what I mean? And so if you a known scammer, I'm not trying to be around you. Straight like that. Like I don't want to be associated with you. I don't, and it's difficult because a lot of these people are, you know, associated to Brother Senator, and you know what I'm saying? A lot of them are called out, so that's just what it is. And I'm not going to, you know, backtrack on my side. I ain't backtracking on my stuff. You know, and that's just what it's about. Like I can't. You can't be a rat in the hood. You can't be a scam in the conscious community. That's just what it is. You can't be selling bean pies to the Nation of Islam just for the purpose of getting yourself rich. That's profiteering. We don't allow, you know, I was really profiteering is up there with snitching. Like I don't know how you see it. Like I don't know. Like especially when it's on the code. You see what I mean? Like you got brothers up there talking about the black community to focus on financial literacy, but you scamming people for it. That's crazy. You selling people, that's crazy. I can't do that. I'm sorry. You telling people on game, but you snitching on them. That's crazy. We gotta wake up. We gotta wake up, man. So I'm not with that. I rock with the ADOS stuff. I'm jumping between topics, but I ain't gonna be sitting up here talking about I don't mess with anybody anyway. You're crazy. If your skin like this and your mind is on the same wavelength as mine, I rocks with you. You from Uganda, Liberia, anywhere. You see what I mean? Anywhere, Trinidad, you know, Senegal, Trinidad, I said to Jamaica, Haiti. It don't matter where you from. If you on the same mindset as mine, we on the same page. And that's because I had a really, my experience in life was different than a lot of people's. And not just mine. I think when I say in New York. So it's hard for me to sit here and say what saved me after I beat my murder, fighting my murder case was going to college, you know, and becoming the vice president of the DMCC, you know, and my first African studies class was by an African teacher. Here's my book. Let me show you. So it's hard for me to say I can't rock with my brothers from other countries and stuff. When my first African studies class was by an African teacher who challenged me with my own religion at the time. It was like, yo, all you know about is Christianity and the Bible. How much do you know about your own history? You look Jamaican, or you look this. How do you know Jamaican? How do you know what you know? So, see, black man's book. You know what I mean? I was taught African history by an African publisher's own book. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still teaches to this day. You know what I'm saying? So, because I'm on Amazon, and so I don't share that same view. You know what I mean? That's just not working for me. Like, I have many friends in many different parts of Africa. From Flatbush. I don't know what when y'all say certain things, you know what I mean? Like, and I understand it and contextualizing the experience, but we can contextualize our experience without disrespecting each other. You see what I mean? Yes, there are people who have been in this country who need to have their history represented and the atrocities that their family went through, you know, financially compensated. Yes. And there's different areas and different aspects to it. But if a black person came in the 70s and they went that other black people through in the 70s, more than likely they ended up in the same space. You know, y'all went to Grady, y'all got kicked out in Grady 9-6. Graduated on right design, 99. And this book is called Africa. You good over there, right?
Yep.
So, my bad, I lost track. So I'm gonna like reading the chat and maybe throwing it off. But I'm about to share my institute's GoFundMe link. Yeah, that's a GoFundMe link for the Zionist Institute. I did raise it to $75,000. We reached the 25,000 mark, and I am truly appreciative of everyone that has been supporting, that has been involved. You know what I mean? But it's just beautiful, you know. And I know at times it's going to continue to increase with more and more donations. So I'm not even harping on that. So do me a favor, unblack, set the tablets up, unput the tablets.
Okay.
156. Now, I don't know how to do the Zoom live yet. I gotta do that because I want to show my class live. Like, I would just go live right now and let y'all see that. You know, it's funny, Reed. I separate that. It's definitely unconscious for me. And so, because the conversation, the mindset, the focus, you will only find typically in certain communities. Now, when you get to the events When you get to the YouTube channels and a lot of that stuff, that's when it turns into the bozo stuff. Just put them on the table. Just go outside. You know, it gets into the bozo debating and stuff. And some of the debates I understand it has its purpose. However, you know, what is the point? You know, like I was talking to a brother about the Israelite, the big Israelite split. So before all these Israelite camps was around, there was only one Israelite camp. You know what I'm saying? And then there was like two. And then there was little factions that kept popping up. Now there's hundreds or whatever you want to call it. But when I was growing up, you know, in the early 80s and 90s, that was a powerful image to see, you know, and to this day, it's still a powerful image to see. And so I got have a lot of respect for Israelites. And I am straight atheist, you know, the Nation of Islam. I don't know, when people just like, what are the Nation of Islam doing? I'm like, bro, you know how many people I know that were straight jailheads and their lives were completely changed? Like, I don't know about y'all, you do an event, they provide free security for you, you're doing your work, they come out and support, they donate, they provide connections. Man, listen, I don't know where you live where you can think that the Nation of Islam is not inside of the black woman. I don't know where that is. Shout out to Zaria. Y'all gotta go back up to his spot, man, and promote the Institute. Shout out to Doggy Diamonds, you know, Star.
Kevin commented on your live stream too. He had sick.
How you know?
I just not sitting there why.
You're watching my live stream?
I was.
Oh my goodness, kids is all in my live stream. So why would we cursing like that? I gotta keep it calm. I don't want the kids see me angry. She's QueButter, right? I'm QueButter, right? Always on a smooth vibes, you feel me? So yes, they want to profit off of your blackness, and I can't. I'm sorry. Once a scammer, if you scam the black community when you're supposed to be in here protecting it, that's treason. That is treason. That is equivalent to snitching. I don't know where y'all from, but if you sold somebody's mother some fake shea butter and told her black power and you need to buy it because of this, you are treasonous. Nobody care about that. But if you out here, and I'm not trying to make this a pinpoint, blah, 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 but we know what's going on. And this is what gives the black YouTube and regular black community the ability to talk like this. When you got people that's selling people fake trips, selling people all this stuff, I'm like, come on, y'all. When I hear the numbers that these people have raised and got and collected and what do they have to show for it, that's a specific group of people. But there's tons of people that have been doing it in the black community and they're pro-black and they represent the conscious community. That's a fact. You see what I mean? Out there giving out food, reading with kids, inside the prisons, doing stuff. You got your YouTube celebs, and you know what I mean? And so it is what it is. But it gets confusing when, you know, even I gotta admit when you watch it from the internet side and it's like, the hell is going on? Fuck, I believe it. What happened? That happened. Somebody got, or Jory got, it was probably a mistake. Yeah, that was a mistake. She probably did that by accident. Don't watch that. That was probably a mistake. Shout out to Kaden and the coaches, Sister Dr. G. Everybody's been supporting. And I can go in with the curriculum and all the different things that we developed over this time. Black over everything. You already know what time it is, homie. Beloved, BOE. It was an accident. I already know that's just happens. It wasn't none of it. I hope you're having the greatest of days. I hope everybody watching this having a beautiful, great day. You know, you see what's on the flag on the wall. Look at that. How many times you get to see an RBG flag and kids learning about the internal aspects of the sun? You know, like, come on, man. Come on, man. I don't want to get too excited. My voice won't disappear. But look, you see this, I'm explaining to them the atom strong nuclear force. What is nuclear? You know what I'm saying? Why it's called nuclear? Because of the nucleus. What, man? Listen, I'm show y'all something. Sarah, are you feeling like a genius, Sarah? Come on, man. Sarah over there. We got the kids. It's been raining like crazy in New York. And I don't have a lot of kids. It's our first year. So we only have like between 6 to 10 kids that come in physically. And then online, we have about 10 to 15. It's weird because we have a lot of younger kids and they really can't keep up with their class. So there's about 5 kids who are in the program, but they only use the IXL, and once in a while they come on the live stream. However, shout out to one of our newest students, Reagan, 6-year-old, super genius. We got some geniuses in the class. I'm talking about super smart, super smart. But super smart. I am just beyond excited about it. That's why she's on the fourth movement because she knows what it's on. And I want to get to St. Louis with Dr. G, and we want to get this space built in St. Louis. You know, shout out to Black Ambassador and everybody's been connecting dots and trying to make this situation happen. You know, but it's a realistic endeavor that we're doing here. These are all things that you can see. Let me swap cameras. You look at these tablets. Oh my goodness. What time is it? I got a couple minutes. Ooh, look, come on now. And to upgrade the computer situation. Hey. What? Come on now. That's Black Power. Come on now. The plugs. Trying to have this all over the country, baby. Y'all see y'all rock with Q. This gets done. You know, this gets done when you rock with Q. And people like myself. Other people that spend too much time talking, I can't, and I be really wanting to, like, just because of the vibe, just to be involved with the conversations and knowing it's my people's, but I don't have the time for that, homeboy. It's like, there's so much work that needs to be done in our community. So we sitting up here playing around with our time, trying to prove who's, you know, intellectually, you know, I'm trying not to curse, but who's on that space of intellectual, whatever you want to call it. You can pick one of you fake smart heads. I think they're so intelligent. You know what I mean? You want to show off how smart you are to me. Help me figure out this damn Arduino. I feel like an idiot. I ain't gonna lie. Chaos, what's good, family? Everybody share the donation link to GoFundMe. We're right, like, going toward 26,000, and we want to get to 30,000 before the summer. We have a great program. If I can get 10K, I can do this program completely free, just using that immediate next 10K for this summer program. And wow, really dope. Can't wait to promote this program. And next semester, y'all can ask Irene. Don't even ask me. Ask Irene how she feels about the program. The other parents and the success that we've had this year. And the child brother Robbins, Mr. Robbins, trying not to blow my voice out. And try not to just give me this. That's my boy, son. That's my boy, son. Oh, I wrote this earlier. Yes, it's illegal for credit repair companies to charge you up front. Random commercial. Hello, it's QueButter from Project Flip. Random basic information. If a credit repair company is asking you to see payment up front, more than likely they're a scammer, so says the Federal Trade Commission. You cannot be charged up front for any of your credit repair services. So if they want to do anything, more than likely they're going to scam you again if they're requesting you to pay up front. Anything. anything. Activation fee, account setup fee, scammer. You want to take it a step further? When I was doing credit repair, I want to get back into it. I don't need your social or to see your credit report. Swag. I don't need your social. You don't need somebody's social security to help them with their credit report. Why would you give somebody your social security? Why would you give somebody your credit report? You don't even know who these people are. You just walk into an office, you went to Lexington Law, you're taking my social, yeah, I'm gonna download my credit report and just upload it to this random person behind his phone that I don't even know where it's located at. Are you stupid? Hell no. Look, I'm gonna tell you what's on my account. I'm gonna tell you, no, I'm not calling him a scammer. He is a scammer. I don't let go, bitch. Mr. Esoteric guys. Once you steal from the people, son, you must give back to the people, son. So yeah, you don't need to see anybody's report. Just so you know that. You can give them the account name, and all you need to fight an account is the dates, name of the account, time it was open, and the amount. That's it. Then you go straight to the law of the land that was created in. You don't need to see nobody's credit report. You're not supposed to be knowing where somebody lived for the last 10, 12 years, what school loans they have, all this different stuff. That's private information. Y'all be giving up. I'd be like, why y'all always scamming around? O'Shea Lennox, I don't even really know you. What don't we agree? I'm pretty sure we agree on more things than we disagree on. Remember, I'm an atheist, bro. I'm a science head. So we both agree that the sun is shining. We both agree that water has what? 3 molecules that makes it. You know what I'm saying? We both agree that we breathe air. And that air is 70% nitrogen, 21% syrup.
Oxygen.
My man. Boom! You know what I'm saying? We agree that your device you're on uses electricity, and those electricity is electrons flowing from your battery to the device that's controlling it. You know what I'm saying? That's how my brain works. I go to the similarities and things first until you say you're not for the black movement. Then from there, everything I'm gonna see with you is gonna say enemy. And even then, I'll deal with you. You know what I'm saying? Because a person that may not want to be with the movement just may not be learned or have an understanding of why that movement is important. But if you're in the movement and you steal from people in the movement, you are a traitor. I don't know how you give it up, Mr. Esoteric, but are you considering him a scammer? Because I'm not putting anybody in it. You know what I'm saying? You make money and you a prophet to help black struggles and stuff like that. You go on the same line as me, bro. I'm militant. I don't know how y'all give it up, but I know how our enemies give it up. Well, they used to give it up like that. I don't know anymore. Everybody's selling Russia on secrets. All these damn people in treasonous now, like to American standards. What? Yeah. George Washington with a shot most of these people. Looking at the Regents review that I'll be going over with the children. U.S. history, Regents level review. Woo! Y'all don't know about that, dear big skin. Woo! LeBron James clap at the end. I could never be for black people at this point. I'm waiting. I'm kind of confused by it. I could never be for black people at this point. I'm way too invested. I don't know. Yes, anybody, if you're interested in getting your GED, I can definitely assist you in that process. Or if you're in New York, the TASK HSE completion. You know, and guide you in the way, whatever I can help you with. Mr. Esoteric, credit repair, can no one charge you for credit? No one can charge you upfront for credit repair. That is the law. See, your question is a deflection from the responsibility that's supposed to be displayed inside of the Black conscious community. You are supposed to be developing a Black community. Now, if you were selling your credit repair to white folks in Long Island or Connecticut, and you taking that bag back to the bag, you know what I'm saying? You're doing you. But when you walking around selling your credit repair to the Nation of Islam, knowing that this is what's needed, and you in the Nation of Islam, I'm sorry, man, they beat your brakes, they beat the brakes out your car. I ain't mad at it. If you Crip, and you supposed to be developing the Crip movement, and you selling Crip flags, and knowing that you got the flags for free, come on, bro, that's crazy. Financial literacy is of the highest importance amongst educational standards now. You know what I'm saying? And this is why the federal government changed the law on financial literacy, and even the way credit laws are written. Look it up. The government said that financial laws have to be written specifically based on credit in layman terms. Yes, in the conscious community, it should be free. This is why I do it for free. Yes, this is why in New York City, it is free. This is why most major cities are not providing credit repair for free. You can go onto the FTC website, download letters. You can go to many spots. I was wondering what you was writing, Tim. So yes, it should be free. I helped in at 500 people. I would help more, but between the institute and this, I had to choose which one I'm doing that. But let's not get it twisted. I created a bunch of videos and instructionals for you to just want to do it yourself. You know what I mean? I wrote a manual for free. You know, the reason I didn't publish it because I'm not trying to publish the book. I just wanted to have something I could share with people so they can get the information. So it's about. What city do you live in? So the ones charging are all scammers. Yes. Yes. If you charge up front, see, you're not listening to the language and the specific English. You cannot charge up front for credit repair. You can charge for credit repair after you have completed a deletion. FTC, signs of a credit repair scam. This is my opinion, and that's what I think you're confusing. See, this is not my opinion, brother. I don't have an opinion on this. It's called education. My job is to provide information that allows you to do what? Make informed decisions. Can I see this one? I don't know which one is sharing right now. My bad. That's the lesson. Let's see. You see, I'm not bugging. Because you think I got most of this up. Credit repair, how to help yourself. See? Federal Trade Commission. Let's see. Forward. Boom. 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 You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Boom. And then if you're in New York City, there are tremendous amounts of resources available for you to handle your credit repair issues or fighting or whatever the hell you want to call it for free. So how would I suggest to someone in my city to go to someone because they're Black? I don't understand that as a financial ignorance right there. That's financial. That just doesn't make any sense. and you don't have the money for your credit anyway, you didn't pay bills, so you got paying your bills, and I'm gonna tell you to go pay this person. You go, these people over here for free. I'm sorry, I really don't see the logic. I'm completely lost. And not only am I so lost as to it, this is why the Financial Empowerment Center is located in the middle of Bed-Stuy, and they offer free. And part of the reason, and I was working with them, but I didn't like the way they did it because they were too slow. You know what I'm saying? So where you at, Mr. Esoteric? I need you to respond to that one. No, he definitely charges up front. He said that. Yes, he said he charges a $100 upfront fee. This is part of the reason why his thing was shut down. I'm not trying to harbor him. It wasn't about him. He's not the only one selling credit repair in the conscious community. Not the only one selling financial services. The reason why I got an issue with Garfield is because he said some crazy shit about my moms. That's why. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't give a rat's ass about Garfield. He's a two-bit hustler. He's just another one in the community that's running around saying, you know what I mean? Given an opportunity, he's going to hit you in the head for some shit. And once you do that once, and you don't even come to a terms in which you formally apologize or acknowledge the wrong that you've done because of the position you're in, then I can't rock with you. You know what I'm saying? Go to the regular black community and do that regular nigga shit. But you can't come to the conscious community and try to do this to the Israelites and the 5%ers and the Haitian and Islam and Rafi. That's what you're selling it to. People that actually care about black empowerment. I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't know. Because I don't know where you're from, Mr. Esoteric. Where are you from? I know we always in the live streams. I don't really know you. Believe you me, if you knew me, you would know my code is very on the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's a violation. Like, that's just what it is. It's just simple. Like, shouldn't have that once. You should not once ever hear about Q scamming anyone in the black community. And if you do hear about it, and I don't address it, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't address the point that I made. You see, insist that you pay them up front. And it's not just him. There's a bunch of people who run around using I'm black, you'll support the movement. You know what I'm saying? What's up with Lamar Johnson? You in Philly, bro. I'm gonna deal with my New York heads. You see what I'm saying? And you see how New York heads, they gotta hide in certain spots. I'm gonna go to that event they got coming up. I meant to put that in the chat room. I'm going, shout out to Irene. She got me in a different space. I'm going to everybody's event. Super Mr. Uncomfortable. To the building. Give me some space. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Across the country. So I'm going to start making presence a little bit better felt. So that people understand, like, bro, you gotta be uncomfortable. I'm super good. And back to, yeah, you got Umo in your city, bro. I'm just saying. One of the biggest, you know what I'm saying? What are we going to tell our future? Or what are y'all going to tell our future? Because I know what I'm writing to mine. You see what I'm saying? I know what I'm writing to mine. Like even my sons, I had to explain to them what and show them what it is to be a trigger. And so they understand what and who and how you're supposed to hate certain type of people. But you have to love yourself, and anybody who doesn't love themselves hates themselves. And if you're part of the nation, you're trying to build a nation, and you hate yourself, I can't have you around me. Beloved, straight like that. Can't have you around the babies, can't have you around none of this. You're not about building up the community. And so when I hear these arguments, it's like, come on, y'all. Y'all really getting up here wondering if we're Israelite. That's what really is on the thing. Are we Israelite, ADOS, Pan-African? Are we serious? In 2018, with tablets for $60, you can download, look, this is what we was doing. I don't remember when the hell we was making this. This was $7. This is what we doing? Come on now. Come on now, y'all crazy. You won't tell me not to respect people from Africa, and my black ass is a scientist who knows that all black people come from Africa. And we've been here 400 years. And not even that long. Not everybody's been here that long. That sounds crazy to me. I'm sorry. I don't know where y'all little experience has been at, but y'all need to tuck them and keep that shit on yourself, B. But at the end of the day, we can laugh at it. I'm laughing at us. There's no way I can sit here and take us serious. You got dudes that own big trucking companies, you got bozos, you got scammers, and what are we doing? In Japan, they're working on cloaking devices. They're building a train to go underneath the entire Asia from the dude. Yo, you don't even understand the monumental feat that's about to happen with this train going from India to China or whatever the hell they're trying to finish it off. Like, they're doing so many things and we are just focused on what? Whether we're Israelite. It's crazy. I'm sorry. Retarded. Retarded. And if I can't, I gotta say something. And, you know, cross the board. Cross the board. My students, my people saying that way. You know what I mean? I want to promote Ziax like that. Like, I see these people weirdos. You want to be down, son? You got with Ziax about this work. You feel me? Work. Work, work, work. Get bread, push, make things happen all the time, every time. You know what I'm saying? No scamming involved. No scamming involved. You feel me? I don't know where y'all from. And that's why I said there's a lot of love, and I respect the love, because you want to just feel like, oh, this person be on YouTube every day talking about the Bible and the Quran. With this person, you know what? He only scammed one or two people. You know, there's people that owe him money too. And my man, that's different. That's like saying, like, look, he's been around everybody, but he only scammed one person. That's the church saying, yo, he only messed with one little boy. He only messed with one little boy. He's around so many little boys, but he only touched one. Come on, you don't really believe him? I don't know where you're from, Mr. Esoteric. I know you said Philly. Yeah, I don't know what side of Philly you're from, but side of Philly, I don't know. I can't even say that because, you know what? I can't even say that. I know where I'm from. And I know who I am. I know. No. You know what I'm saying? They built a church and you did nothing but take from the community to make the church. I'm sorry, bro. There's a special place in the future for these people, and it's called a state. I'm getting you talking to my Louis Farrakhan vibes, because you know what I'm saying? So again, please share, you know, this video, support link, live up. I want to step up and do more videos. It just be difficult. I'll be busy and been in a lot of stuff on YouTube, and I just want to get caught up with all that extra stuff on YouTube. I just be sometimes watching. However, I need to get my black ass off of this thing right now. I don't even know how to edit this thing. Wow. That's random. All right, that's on another number that when I get up. But sup to y'all, sup to everybody in the chat room. If you in Nashville, go check out Fannie Mae's Chicken. You know what I'm saying? If you in Philly, make sure you go to Black and Nobel. You in Atlanta, make sure you go support the Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? If you in Brooklyn, just pick a black spot and support it. There's black spots all over the place. Y'all saw the nail salon video I just put up on Facebook. If you didn't, that one got mad views. It was shared like crazy. And if you are in the area, go by and support Black-owned nail salon. Dope, dope, dope. And if you are in Brooklyn, or if you are anywhere watching this video and you want to connect with people doing real work, hit me up. I'm trying to build up this movement different now. You know what I'm saying? I was never want to join Ziax. Now I want to join Ziax. If you set up Ziax where you at and get it popping. You feel me? I got the layout, we got the connections to make it happen. Everybody else that's in the mix, get them out the way. You know, I'm a Leo, son, so it's always on some wartime with me. So whatever. Shout out Hassan Campbell. Shout out Hassan Campbell too, man. He be showing love. You know what I mean? And he went to war with everybody. I respect that shit. He be in the mix too much, but sometimes that happens when you just. I don't know Tariq, so I can't. I don't really have nothing to say with Tariq. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I forgot they knew address, but they definitely had to relocate. That being said, let me share that link one more again. Make sure you share this on your timelines. We actually have an institute that's available for children all over the country. We have children enrolled all over the country, and your donations and your support help make what we're doing possible. With that being said, Black Power, Black Power, Black Power. Always be motivated, always be excited, and always be on your grind. Huh? Black Power every time, all the time, anytime, everywhere. Huh? Watch out for the coons, the